What's going on, my friends? Chris here. Want to bring you all an update today of Cardano and Litecoin. So these are the two most requested coins that you guys have been wanting to see. And what we're going to do today, we're going to take a look on the one-day time frame. We're going to step back and we're really going to look at these value zones for the longer-term picture for cryptocurrency here and for these altcoins. And we're also going to go into the block and we're going to take a look at what the whales are doing for these two coins. So if you get some from these videos, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. It's always appreciated. And let's dig into this. So guys, just how you don't want to get greedy at the top. Many times how you say, I got to nail the top. Many times you don't have to nail the bottom either here. And you don't want, just because there still could be another drop down to that 22-cent range or even lower than that, guys, depending on what goes on. You know, we got a lot going on in the macro sense in terms of the economy, different things like that. So we have to pay attention to those things as well and realize that price could go much lower than where we're at here at 38 cents for Cardano. But we also don't want to get too greedy to the downside either of trying to nail the bottom. So when we're taking a look at this and we're stepping back from the high, we're using the line graph. So this is going to be from closes. We are down about 87% right now. So if this is a coin that you believe in and this is a project you believe in my opinion, these aren't terrible numbers to start dollar cost averaging into here. And what I wanted to do was throw on our order block detector. So right now we have buy order blocks detected right around 37 cents up to that 39 cents, right in that range here. So we're going to see if this order block holds up or if it's going to get mitigated. The next one down here, this is a bigger area, and this is going to be our 30-cent range. So this is another potential accumulation area. And then we have a larger one down here. If that area did break from 17 cents up to around 19 cents is another area. And I believe this spot as well, about 24 cents from the candle closes. So when we're stepping back here, these are the support ranges. These are the accumulation areas that I would feel most comfortable with. And obviously when you're up higher like this, you want to start lighter and then work your way down and save your buys for these areas. In my opinion, mark them out on your charts, because a lot of times, guys, you don't want to get caught in no man's land here where you're trading or you're investing in no man's land. You want to find these big areas of support or resistance, because that's what the institutional traders are looking at, and that's what they wait for, so they have a good risk management, a good risk to reward ratio. So when we're looking at this, guys, really keep these levels in mind. And we have overhead resistance here. A main order block would be at around 50 cents. But when we're stepping back here and we can see how explosive these moves are, we did on our last Cardano video, we were doing the bars pattern and we were showing you some of these things. If we put it over here just to show you how explosive we can get on Cardano and how quickly it happens. Sometimes, guys, it can happen in the matter of a month or 2 months and you can go up hundreds of percent. So it's kind of something that you do have to be prepared for. So I'm not telling anybody to rush into anything, because I do believe Bitcoin even could still sell off more, which could put more pressure on the market and there could be more discounts. But in the grand scheme of things, if this is something that you believe in and something you can hold for quite a while, you know, the next year or two or more, then I believe these are attractive levels right at these ranges here. So you can see the order blocks, guys, that we were working our way up from 50 for the sell ones, and it's up to about 90 cents, and then it's going to be up to about that 115 right now. But really watching these buy order blocks down here and seeing what happens, and also watching the volume on those. So that's going to be Cardano, guys. And what we're going to do next, we're going to bounce into the block for Cardano. So I got this pulled up for us. There's a couple different things that I wanted to go over here. The first one is going to be ownership. And I find this great for Cardano. I was just cruising through all the coins that they had, guys. And Cardano is one of the best in terms of not being manipulated, where the supply is 70% by the whales, essentially. So right now, in terms of the whales and the ownership, you only have 8.57%. That's a great number, guys. Just to give you an example here, if we go to some other ones, let's take a look at, let's even do Link. If we can get Link up there, see what that's at. So guys, in terms of the whales here, you're looking at 57%, 573 million. So that's the thing that I like about Cardano. It's just not all whale driven. It's an actual community that has been building out, and it's really based on those retail investors who are holding these things and not wanting to let go of them. So if we go back to Cardano here and we take a look, so right now, number of whales, 3. Whale concentration is going to be 8.57%. So that's a great number for us, guys. The next one I want to go into was our bull bear indicator. And I'm still new with this, guys. I've been working my way through, so just bear with me here. I got this for us, and hopefully this will just give us some behind the scenes look at some of these coins. So right now, bull and bear indicator, it's at 57 for the 7-day total, is 57 bulls, 57 bears for Cardano. So a really big fight here. And what this is, a bull is an address that bought more than 1% of the volume traded in the last 24 hours. A bear, an address that sold more than 1% of the volume traded in the last 24 hours. So you're looking at the whales here, guys. You're looking at the people who move the markets. And right now we basically have a stalemate there for Cardano at these levels. Then the next one I wanted to take a look at here was just social, which I think this is a good one as well. And if you guys like going behind the scenes here, just put into the block or behind the scenes, that type of stuff. It helps me to know that I should continue to put this out. If not, we'll just go back to the technicals. So for the social, we're going to go into all social stats. Twitter sentiment for Cardano right now, 7 days, we have 9,405 tweets. Neutral is going to be 21,000, and then negative is going to be 1,536. So not a huge picture here, guys. I more so like to watch Bitcoin when I'm watching the social right now, but a little bit heavier on the bullish side for Cardano there. So just be aware of that. So those are 3 I want to talk about for Cardano. Next one we're going to get into is Litecoin. So if we bounce back, and let me know if you're here for Litecoin or Cardano. Just put ADA or LTC down there because these have been the most requested. And then let me know what you guys want to do for the next week. Request some coins down there. And the top 2 we'll take and try to go into the block. And we'll do some technical analysis as well. So for Litecoin, guys, stepping back, make this quick. So the main area that I would be waiting for, where I would be comfortable buying Litecoin, and we may not get back to this area, would be this green order block right in this range here. And that's probably going to be around $55. All the way down to $44. We may not get back to that area, but as of right now, looking at this on the 1-day time frame, that's where I would be comfortable being a buyer, where I see a decent amount of support. Obviously, if you want to trade it on the 4-hour, the 1-hour, you're going to have some different order blocks and, you know, some support. You could try at $69, $70, right in that range, and just work your way down, try to get some bounces. But for me, guys, I'm going to stay out of the way until I get some lower numbers, or until I see some type of a breakout that I'm confident in, that I can just ride and put a stop loss behind and kind of let it go. But for right now, you can see the order block stacking up right here. Around $90 is going to be an order block, and then it's going to be up to around that 102. And then above that, if it was able to get up in that range, we'd have 117 up to around that 124. But for me, I'm still in no rush right now, guys, because I do believe if Bitcoin goes down a little bit farther, it could still put more pressure on the altcoin space here. And you can see, guys, Litecoin's also explosive in terms of its moves. You know, you got to be prepared, you got to be ready, but you also want to buy at these big support areas. That's what the institutional traders are looking for. So if we bounce into the block now for Litecoin, let's take a look. So for Litecoin, guys, we'll start with the socials since we're on it here. So the 7-day positive is going to be 5,700. The 7-day neutral is going to be 22,000 tweets. And then the negative is going to be 620. So still, guys, not a ton either direction here. I would still just pay attention to Bitcoin on that for the most part. The next one we're going to take a look at is bull and bear. So for the bulls and the bears, same thing that we were reading for Cardano there. A bull is an address that bought more than 1% of the volume traded in the last 24 hours. A bear is an address that sold more than 1% of the volume traded in the last 24 hours. We have 52 bulls in the last 7 days, and we have 51 bears in the last 7 days. So very close right there. And then we're going to take a look at ownership, so we can see how the whales and what's taking place behind the scenes here. So for the whales on Litecoin, we're at 13.54, so not too bad on Litecoin here, guys. It's not up into the 60s or 70s, 50s, anything like that, but still not as good as Cardano, like we were talking about some of those lower levels here. But 13.54%. You have 6 whales here, and if we break it up, guys, you can see the concentration. So in orange is going to be retail volume, whales are going to be in green, and then blue is going to be the investors volume. And if we pop down to the lowest range here, you can see, guys, so addresses between 1 and 10 Litecoin, you're looking at 600,000 addresses. Between 10 and 100, you're looking at 200,000 total addresses. Between 100 and 1,000 Litecoin, you're looking at 32,000 total addresses. Then 1,000 to 10,000, you're looking at 3,000, about 3,500 wallets or addresses for Litecoin at that level. So, you know, guys, if Litecoin's what you're going after as well, really keep an eye on that and say, you know, if you could get in the range of 10 to 100, there's only 201,000 addresses out there that would hold as much as you. So just set these goals for yourself, guys, and buy at lower levels, and then hold and sell into those euphoria tops. That's the main thing to do. Really accumulate down around those lower levels and then sell into that euphoria when it comes. God bless each and every one of you. Take care.